Welcome back to Pokemon FireRed. As you might notice, there is a bit of a previously on your quest. And as you might notice, these things didn't actually, happen the last time. That's because I did things off screen, okay? I did things off screen. You might notice he tripped over a Geodude, or she, sorry. That's gonna happen a lot. So if we look into our party real quick, we're gonna see that Nicholas is in fact significantly higher level than he was before. I'm not gonna try and do this too often, but we caught him at level 6, and level 6 is not what you want. So I just kind of fought the rest of the trainers, got him to a reasonable level. He learned a Focus Energy and Double Kick. Focus Energy doubles your crit rate to 1 in 8 instead of 1 in 16. And Double Kick is a fighting type move that attacks twice. You can see the synergy there. It more or less doubles your crit rate when you use Double Kick, so that's good. TMO9, Bullet Seed. I always remember that's there. So here's the deal with Mount Moon. We're going to go... Listen, Mount Moon is infamous for having a lot of encounters. I bought some repels, I bought some potions. We're gonna dip our toes into the local wildlife. Okay, we're gonna see what's going on, even though I already know what's going on. It's a Paralyze heal, or a Paralyze heal. And if it gets too much, like kind of it's getting right now, we'll start popping some repels, and we want to see these guys too much. There's a lot of Geodudes. Alright, so what's been going on? Well, avid type advantage aficionados will note something hilarious. By the way, repels, so it prevents wild Pokemon from appearing for 100 steps. This only works if your lead Pokemon is a higher level than the wild Pokemon, which shouldn't be an issue, because Rachel's level, what, 12? Excuse me, I want to go down here. There's a little funny item down here. There's one here, too. I did not know you were a trainer. Whoops. What was I talking about? Repel... Oh, yeah, so our team composition, as I've said before, it's not going to be perfect, and especially right now, it's definitely not perfect on account of the fact that, we may or may not have 100% of our team weak to the ground type, which honestly I just think is funny. But I do understand the problem with it. I don't think we're really going to get Mist Idiot. I don't think we're going to have, too much problem with ground-type moves. I don't know, there's, Mud Slap at this point in the game, but, we're not going to have, a Sandshrew rip out an Earthquake or anything, so I feel pretty okay. And I definitely am pretty excited to get Charlie leveled up. Once Charlie hits level 16, we're going to see some serious stuff. Voltorb is here. I mean, we're just Embering. If I recall correctly, I don't actually think Charlie gets another Fire-type move besides Ember until he reaches, his mid-30s, so that's exciting. Really just peeking early. But that's fine. This Voltorb doesn't do anything, that's fine. I'm actually kind of surprised. Well, I'm not surprised we outspeed it, but Voltorb is, pretty fast, so it's good on you, Charlie. Excuse me, a burp, starting things off early in the recording session. So we're just, listen, I don't think it's necessary to grind for levels in Pokemon games, especially, these ones. These ones are fairly easy. It's a potion. I already have a lot of those. These ones are fairly easy. I don't think it's necessary to grind for levels, at all. Rare Candy just increases your level by 1, so that's very useful. Our Repel's effect wore off. Hilariously, we have to go into the bag and use another. I'm not going to fight this bug catcher. I'm not going to fight every trainer ever. I think that's pretty ridiculous. But, when we get a level 6 Pokemon, it's listen, something's got to be done about this. You look important. What do you do? Expanding for fossils. Sometimes Brock lends me a hand. Wow, the deepest lore. I'm just going to dodge this last. I don't know. The awkward thing about Mount Moon in this game... Yeah, it's just in this game. The awkward thing about Mount Moon in this game is that once you leave... much like the Mafia, it's hard to get back in. That Moonstone will become important later. I'm glad we found that. It's kind of the opposite of what I was trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that once you leave Mount Moon, and I'll talk more about it once we actually get there. It's Paris. He's a grass type. He's interesting. Once you leave Mount Moon, getting back is, I think, actually impossible for where we're going to be. But that's a bit of a spoiler. What we're really doing is going over here and fighting this dude, this Team Rocket Grunt. Little kids shouldn't be messing around with grown-ups. It could be bad news. Well, I'm a YouTuber. I know all about little kid. Let's move past this. It's the Rocket Grunt. He has a Rattata. Very cool. Level 13. So, yeah, we're feeling okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's Mount Moon. Really. It's a relatively short dungeon if you know where to go, which, because I have, a borderline photographic memory from playing this game 5 billion times as a 5-year-old, I crit Rachel. I feel pretty confident that I know where I'm going. I just kind of stopping to pick up some items because I knew there was a Moonstone around here, and a Moonstone will become useful definitely at some point in the future, not exactly sure when. And true, we cannot damage this thing, so we're just going to hope it doesn't have a ground-type move and switch out to Charlie. I mean, Charlie's still weak to ground, I'm just saying that Charlie is also our strongest. Ember, oh, Sand Attack. So listen, we're almost certainly going to learn some kind of accuracy-based move. Sand Attack just lowers your accuracy, in case you, for some reason, weren't reading. Here's the thing. I talk a lot about being able to make my own rules in Pokemon because the game is so easy, and one of those rules is I don't ever use, accuracy or evasiveness moves because it's just so... I mean, you're just banking on luck at that point. It's really unfortunate. But speaking of fortunate, He's steamed, I'm steamed, but in the reverse because Charlie is evolving. This is, yeah, this is the first time I've seen a Pokemon evolve. So when they reach a certain level or when you meet certain conditions, they evolve. And so Charlie is going to become that scary-looking outline there. It is what it is. I think all the starters in this game evolve at level 16, so that's good. And there he is. He's a big, big lizard. He's a Charmeleon. He's a charred chameleon, even though he's not a chameleon, he's just a lizard. Anyways, now Charlie is, like, significantly more powerful. Yeah, significantly is maybe overselling it. It's just another Geodude, huh? Okay. I'm shocked we haven't run into a Zubat yet. This cave is infamous for having a ton of Zubats, but I guess they're just kind of taking the day off. I'm just gonna rip another potion. Honestly, all I wanted to get was the Moonstone. And wow, I think I bought like 5 repels, or maybe 4, and like we're already down to 1, so it's dungeon tends to get you. Alright, looking clean, Rocket Grunt, there he is. Shall find the fossils. You know, I think Team Rocket is a pretty good, like, mix of good and bad in terms of team design. Like, they're just thugs when you break it down, right? But, like, they're fairly threatening as, like, an organized kind of crime syndicate. I think the problem with a lot of Pokemon games nowadays, a lot of them, oh, this might do, like, a lot of damage, actually. Hyper Fang is pretty strong. I just calculated that, not a big deal. He doesn't know Pursuit, so we're just gonna switch out to... Let's get Nicholas involved in this action. Like, here's the thing, right? Pokemon... The villains for a long time have been getting more and more ridiculous. Double Kick, by the way, is fighting, so it's good against normal, so that's why I switched out there. They've been getting more and more ridiculous, and every game it's kind of like, hey, look at this leader with a terrible hair design who wants to, like, blow up the Earth. And then in Sun and Moon they did something great, which was introduce Team Skull. And Team Skull aren't interested in blowing up the Earth. Too bad, very annoying. Yeah, I'll leer that once and then just, like, peck it, I guess. This thing's gonna quad resist fighting, so I definitely want to use peck. Leech Life, this is going to take a long time. But, like, in Sun and Moon, they introduced Team Skull, and Team Skull's plan is, like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we, like, stole this 3-year-old's Pokemon? Or, like, hey, what if we stole this bus stop sign? Wouldn't that be interesting? And it's like, yeah, it is, actually, because that's new and refreshing. Obviously, there's, like, a world-ending threat later, but that's not, like, important right now. I'm going to leer this thing one more time. I think it can speed things up. But then the problem is they just keep doing Team Skull, but, like, again and again. Like, they did Team Yell, which was, like, basically the exact same as Team Skull. And they did Team Star in the new ones, who, again, is, like, the exact same as Team Skull, and they're just, like, hooligans. And it's like, listen, the reason Team Skull was great is because there was a huge juxtaposition between them and, like, the previous 4 games worth of villains. I don't mind a world-ending plot, I just think when you do it all the time it gets boring, and having Team Skull was so refreshing. But now, it's not refreshing because it's just the same thing over and over again. Now I'm mad. Well, it's a shame all your Pokemon are KO'd because you can't actually do anything about it. This guy, I think, has a lot of electric types. I'm just going to rip Charlie in there. Like I said, I'm not going to try and overuse the whole starter thing. Yeah, I'm not going to try and overuse my starter or, like, my strongest Pokemon. I just think that, as of right now, like, if I'm running into Super Nerd Miguel, I think Charlie's pretty good. Also, this is his first fight as an Evolved Man, so now he has a new sprite. Just Ember, I guess, I don't know. Definitely want to get Nicholas in there for some XP. Okay, now seems like a good time. Ability switch out, Disable gets disabled in the sense that it doesn't really work anymore. Primer has really good, I think it's physical or maybe special defense. He's getting some good physical defense now. I'm actually going to use Focus Energy, mainly just because I want to show it off. I don't know. I actually thought prior to doing the series... Owned? Oh, he missed. Never mind. I thought prior to doing the series that the base crit rate was 1 in 8, but apparently it is 1 in 16. But I mean, now it's 1 in 8. Epic strategy of use Focus Energy into Leer, therefore I should have used Leer first, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this is, his accuracy is... What is Disable's accuracy? I thought it was 100. He's pounding. I mean, we're just pecking away. The thing about a crit is it ignores stat modifications that I mentioned before, you know, like that. He's not going to crit twice in a row, that's ridiculous. So if we were to get a crit, it would ignore all of his, you know, hardens he's built up. Unfortunately, we're kind of just stuck here, pecking away at this pile of sludge. There we go. Calculated, I knew it was going to happen. Okay, and then we're going to switch Nicholas back out, but he's still going to get some XP from whatever this next thing is, probably like a Voltorb or a Magnemite or something. So feeling good about that. Yeah, if you want to play a very, like, not fun drinking game for this series, I would recommend... Well, I wouldn't recommend doing this. But if you want to... listen, the joke I'm going with is that I got a lot of things wrong in the first episode, like a lot of things wrong. And I think it would be funny if someone was like, hey, let's do a drinking game. Every time you get something wrong, we'll take a drink, and then you're dead in, like, an hour. Well, that's, I mean, it's not cool, but it's, listen, the joke was funnier when I came up with it like 20 minutes ago before recording. It's fine. Ult orb down. What was I thinking about? Alright, I was thinking about YouTube and how stupid it is. there's a whole new, like, policies on YouTube. Coughing, I don't know if it has good special or physical, we're just gonna ember it to death. Okay, well, it's weak to getting crit, apparently. There's all new policies on YouTube about not swearing, and it's like, okay, I get it for the advertisers, but then I've seen, like, a lot of channels that have, like, never sworn or have always, like, you know, censored themselves and always kept it family-friendly. We're gonna take a fossil here. It's going to be the dome? The helix, right, the dome is the one I want. I thought this was the claw fossil. No, I was thinking of Hoenn. Hoenn is the claw fossil. But I want the dome fossil because it's the better Pokemon. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but dome is better than helix. Not that this will become relevant for, like, ever. Like, honestly, this becomes relevant in, like, maybe, like, 5 hours? I don't see on 15 episodes when this becomes important. But yeah, YouTube's new policies are just stupid. These guys teach Mega Punch and Mega Kick. Pretty good. I'm gonna try and see what I can do. YouTube's new policies are just, like, stupid. Because it's like, yeah, teach it to Charlie. Charlie kind of has some bad moves. It's like, hey, look, we got, you know, we want to appeal to advertisers. It's 8085. It's way better than Scratch. We want to appeal to advertisers, and, you know, YouTube is a free platform, so it makes sense. They have to make all their money off of ads. That's fine. Okay, I get that. The problem is that, like, they just don't actually check the videos to make sure if they have, like, profanity or not. They claim they do, and they claim they do it, like, twice, and then they just, like, don't, so it's really weird. I'm feeling like Rachel wants to learn Mega Kick, even though I was kind of hoping Nicholas would be able to learn one of these, but, do I really... Okay, let's think. I think Thunder Shock, Quick Attack, and Thunder Wave. Yeah, we're getting rid of Tail Whip. Doing my classic, child strategy of if it doesn't do damage or reduce a status condition, it doesn't deserve to be on the squad. I would absolutely get rid of Leer in a heartbeat as a child. So anyways, we're moving past Mount Moon here. So once we hop this... Oops. Make sure to pick up this TM05, which contains Roar here. Very important move. So once we hop this ledge, or this ledge, we're basically just stuck now. We can't go back to Mount Moon, and we can't actually leave the city until we do a reasonably difficult fight. That'll be exciting. I might genuinely lose this fight, by the way, but if I do, I don't know, I'll just, like, farm some wild Pokemon and it won't be that big of a deal. But yeah, I think it is actually possible to, like, soft lock yourself here. If you, like, if you caught, like, a level 2 Rattata, and then released all your other Pokemon, I'm pretty sure you would be stuck here. Because you wouldn't be able to fight any wild Pokemon because they would just kill you, and then you wouldn't be able to fight what's going on upstairs. What do you do? I don't know what you do, and I don't care. But I do know there's a rare candy in your backyard. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's just muscle memory going back there to get a rare candy. Speaking of muscle memory, before I forget, we're going to switch Rachel out to the front. And I have potions, I have some stats restores. I think I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to save beforehand, because if I lose, I'll just, like, go to the back to the next Pokemon Center. It's blue. Yo, Valerie, hello. You're still struggling along back here. I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Let me see what you caught. I caught a new Pokemon since we last saw each other, so that's good. He's going to lead with Pidgey's evolution, Pidgeotto. This thing destroyed me when I was a child, because I obviously always picked Bulbasaur, and this thing is flying type. I think I want to lead with Thunder Wave, unless if this stat makes me really upset. Okay, that did 18. I could just, like, heal and then wait for him to, like, miss. I'm gonna heal once and we're gonna see what he does. Again, one of my rules is I'm not gonna, like, use healing items too much. But we're gonna see... Okay, that did 16. No, Alright, he's doing quick attacks, who goes first? Yeah, I knew that would live on 1, don't worry about it. How much is this gonna do? Like half? Less than half, wow. Yikes. Okay. I think we can switch out to Charlie pretty safely. Rachel, come back. You've done your job. You've paralyzed the Pidgeotto. Excellent. And now, we just kind of Ember, I guess. I really wish this thing didn't have Quick Attack, but, you know, it is what it is. I can tell you right now, this guy's starter is, like, not evolved, so he's actually, like, not... He's not that scary of a fight. I could take this time to heal. Yeah, I think I am going to. Gaio just said he isn't going to spam healing items, spamming healing items. Because I think he's going to send out his starter after this, and when he sends out his starter... he's probably just gonna, like, destroy Charlie. So I think we can safely sack Charlie here. What's Quick Attack doing? Doing 9. It's not gonna do 11. Also didn't use it, so nailed it. Nice. Alright, I think we're gonna get an intentional Charlie sacking here. Such as what happens when you play on the set battle style. I mean, I can know speed. Does Growl do anything? No, because he's just gonna use, like, Water Gun. I go for the Mega Punch, I guess. Problemo. Level 18, should have evolved by now, but didn't. You are a failure. And down goes Charlie. Alright, so... Options, options, options. I think my options are, you're never going to believe this, I'm going to paralyze this thing and then fight it with Rachel. So we still have a type advantage with Thunder Shock, but like getting this thing paralyzed is great. Just like a 1 in 3 chance to skip the turn is incredible. Tail Whip probably doesn't do anything because his best move is Water Gun, so I don't care if he uses like Scratch or whatever. I might be able to just farm this guy with Thunder Shocks, which would be great. This fight always gave me a ton of trouble as a child. Oh, now he's using Tackle. 17. I could switch out to Nicholas. And that would get rid of the defense drop. Let's look at some stats right here. Let's get nerdy with it. Okay, your defense is 14. Nicholas is 19. Yeah, that's fine. And shift in Nicholas can, I don't know, double kick or something. Poison Point won't activate because he's already paralyzed. Alright, we can Leer double kick. Dude, Nicholas's moveset is actually cooked because he has Leer, Focus Energy, and double kick. Oh, he had the counter, man. He read me like a book. I should have just double kicked. I could have killed him here, but oh well. No, that's gonna need 2 more. That's fine. Defense drop will do like 12. So it's like 50%, by the way. When you get your stat lowered by 1, it's basically like 50% more. And if you get just your stat lowered by 2, it's basically double. Classic Leer and to use a special move. What a champion. I should have checked double kick's accuracy. I don't actually think it's 100. Oops. Okay. Rachel grew to level 14. Good for her. So he only has like 1 real Pokemon left, and that is going to be the one he's sending out next, I assume. Just kidding. Free win. This Abra only knows Teleport. I know that for a fact, so not very scared of it. Teleport doesn't do anything inside a battle, so I'm pretty fine about this. Yeah, just kind of like get this thing down to low health and then use Focus Energy. His last Pokemon is like not scary, but it could definitely like actually hurt me. That's, you know, a thing. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I was considering switching in Rachel, but I think we're gonna Focus Energy and then just try and double kick this. Did I already say it was a Rattata? It's a Rattata, is his last Pokemon. Try and double kick this Rattata to the grave. No shot at one-shots Nicholas. I mean, the thing is, Rattata's gonna have Quick Attack is my only concern, so if Nicholas doesn't one-shot it, he might actually just, like, run over me. Run me over, rather, is the grammatically correct version of that sentence. I am Meryl Streep from Series of Unfortunate Events, I remember it. Quick Attack, get Poison Pointed, please. Dang. Crit. Crit. Dang. Alright, Nicholas, you fought well, but we're gonna have to rely on Rachel for quick attacking. You served me well, sir. I'm afraid your time is up. That was actually like a surprisingly close fight, but we still came out on top. As Rachel's just gonna naturally outspeed this thing, and she has quick attack, so it doesn't matter if he uses it. Also, I doubt he does 20 damage with a quick attack, if I'm being honest. Alright, we did it. But yeah, like I said, if you had like a level 2 Rattata here, you would not be able to win this fight. And you wouldn't be able to win against any wilds, so you would just soft lock. But again, you would have to like try to do that. So it's just kind of weird. I don't know. Challenge video incoming. Can you soft lock in Pokemon? Yes, you can. It's just, you have to try to do it, so it's not that big of a deal. Here, I'll give you a little present as a favor. Thanks for the fame checker, bro. A chatty gossip like you, that thing's perfect. It's funny because we don't talk. This time I'll smell you later. Hey, Blue. Yeah, my team is in... We're in some need of some health repairs real quick. Let's just get ourselves nice and healed up. Alright, now that we're all healed up, Rachel's still in the front. Good for her. Now we can actually go past the bridge. Well, I mean, not. We can step foot onto the bridge and fight this dude. I didn't even see he was a bug catcher. I should have just put Charlie in the front, because, like, I don't know. There's no point getting XP off this guy if I can just fight the next trainer who probably have, like, a Pidgey or a Spearow or something. I just feel like Rachel, I don't feel like she's lagging behind. I just feel like her defense is really, really weak. Which I actually think she has a plus defense nature, which makes that hilarious. Tackle owned. But, you know, she's a glass cannon, I guess you could say. She's really fast, and she does a fair amount of damage. But if she doesn't have, like, a type advantage, it's kind of... She kind of gets bodied a little. But you know who doesn't get bodied is Charlie, because we're just gonna, like, mash A past Bugcatcher Kale and his Weedles. How's everyone been doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's enjoying the series. If you're not, you're probably not watching this, so... Hey, glad 100% of the people who watched up to this point are, in fact, enjoying the series. Do I have anything else to say about Pokemon? I don't know. I have a lot to say about, like, the later games, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to those. If I do the later games, which I know in no way is this a promise that I will, But if I do the later games, I'd probably, like, stop after Black 2. I think Black 2 is, in my opinion, like, the last really good Pokemon game. I never played X and Y. I know they got some mediocre reviews. And then I played Sun and Moon, I played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I didn't play past that. I just watched them, and I was like, this is... Like, these games all have the same problem that Sun and Moon does, which is they take a long time to do anything. It just takes, like, 15 years to get through a dialogue prompt, and, like, the animation is so lazy. Like, oh man, have you guys seen the... So they remade these games. Well, I mean, these games are remakes of the first generation games, but then they, like, remade them for the Switch. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are the names of those games. And, like, the animation is literally, like, they're full 3D movement. Low Oddish. What is this, an awkward type matchup? Send in Charlie again. The animation is, like... A character will be like, hey, there's something in your hair, and then it's an item, and he gives you a potion, but, like, it just cuts to black, and he's like, oh, hey, here's the potion. It's like, really? You couldn't just have him, like, extend his hand? I don't know. I think Pokemon works best when it's, like, in a minimalist style, right? When you transition to, like, full 3D, it looks pretty awkward, in my opinion. Hello, Bellsprout. I should mention that Bellsprout and Oddish are version exclusives. Bellsprout is in Leaf Green, and Oddish is in Fire Red, so that's something, I guess. Alright, Rachel put in work that match.